Again, just another indication our sources are pretty nails at the Jazz.
Yeah.
The Jazz have really been trying to build their own channel, their own outlet, because they know that doing a TV deal with a distributor is not going to be the best deal for them financially. It's a losing proposition to stay with AT&T, Sportsnet, Rocky Mountain, East
683-1
side, standard definition.
My fucking ass.
That's like going to lose you money, right? You like the cursing drops today. The point is that if I'm the Utah Jazz, I am building my own channel. And I am building my own channel digitally so that you have to go to my website and get into my app to watch exclusive content. I am building my own channel so that my games are in my control, a la the Chicago Cubs, right? And you're going to put that channel on Dish, DirecTV, CenturyLink, like all of your local TV distributors. Or there's only one other option. We're going to put the games on KSL TV. Period. Those are your options if you're the Utah Jazz. The K-Jazz days are over, right? In my mind, why you are not doing a deal with KSL Television, if you don't have another outlet, why are you not making a deal with KSL TV? That makes a lot of sense to me. But what makes a lot more sense is the Utah Jazz need to spend millions and develop a channel, an app, and a digital platform where I can watch every one of their games, and I can get inside the Utah Jazz. And I can see locker room. I can see practice. I can see guys tipping over coolers when they're upset. I want to see guys upset. I want to see guys happy. I want to see guys sad. I want to see Will Hardy chewing somebody's ass. Like, I want to see that. Take me places I don't usually get to go. That's what I want to see. Yet, will they do that? I don't know. They're trying. I think they're trying desperately. But I think it's really expensive. And Ryan has put a ton of money into the building.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I just ask, you're the Utah Jazz fan. You want to watch their games. Where do you want the Jazz to go with their TV deal? What is going to work for you as a Jazz fan? Because I think that's the really big question here. Mm-hmm. It's not, are the Jazz going to win and lose games? The question is, where will the Utah Jazz be on television a year from now? And what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? All right, let's get some of your comments in here on the Jazz. Let's see. Glenn Holbert says, I'm such a child. Lightly but not vigorously, the ground is wet. Sounds like the beginning of something fun. Jake, do you want to defend your childish comments?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Appreciate you, Glenn. Greg Romano says, Witt at Utah is similar to Fua Gonzaga. Great coach, great program. Why leave? Yeah, he'll never coach anywhere else. NY Monty fan, we all knew this is where the Jazz would be. We know that they weren't winning 50, and we were all happy, surprised to see them doing so well out of the gate. Absolutely right.
Yep.
Kurt Myers, good morning to you. Kurt, Jazz play next man up, and they are always in the game. The growth will only make them a better team. Totally agree. Totally agree. Greg says, I would love to see a dunk on Zion. Zion's fragility will stop Zion, by the way. Totally agree. Luis Capazzo, I'm still good with the trades. Anyone that really watched the Jazz the last few years could see this blow up coming. Absolutely.
Yep, agreed.
Absolutely. Provo Pit Barbecue. Dude, where
Hello.
you been, bro? Good morning, gents. Been a while. Thank you for the content. Congrats on your 850th show. Thank you.
Yes. Today 850?
Today is 850.
Wow.
Today is 850, which is crazy.
Wow, so we're going to break 1,000 next year.
Yeah, Provo Pit, good to see you. Oh, easily we're going to break 1,000.
Like in Q1 probably?
Yeah, we're going to break 1,000, 30, 60, somewhere in spring we'll break 1,000. MY Monty fan says, something that works anywhere and everywhere. Make it easy, fair priced, and possibly interactive.
And I know it's outlandish, right? I know everyone calls me stupid, but I don't know why you don't just live stream your games on YouTube. Because you would make that money back. Like, what nobody understands, and I get it, the NBA has rules and you have to be on TV. I respect that, totally understand why they got to check that box. But I've never understood why more teams don't just say, hey, like, live stream on YouTube. Because what's going to happen is they have 71,000 subs, I believe it is. Yeah, 71.4 thousand subs on YouTube right now. if you were live streaming all your games and people could easily access that, you really think that you wouldn't be getting like
millions,
like just incredible money off of YouTube? Like that's what I don't understand. And by the way, it's free. Like you don't have to sign a TV deal. Like it's free. So that's why I'm saying like
the problem is the NBA streaming package and exclusives.
Yeah, and it makes it tough. I know there's a lot of rules and things that you have to work with when you're in the league. So that's why they need their own TV channel because of, all the red tape. And I think that until that happens, your fan base is never going to be really fulfilled.
The thing that I think people don't want to talk about, and Andy wrote a nice piece. You got to sell the hell out of it.
Yeah. That's
what it is. And I think one of the things that people are concerned about, and again, my guys at the Jazz tell me this all the time. We are not a revenue-generating organization right now. They're not. Their sales operation is not spectacular. And it's something that frustrates people there. Their content creation is not spectacular.
Yeah.
And it's something that frustrates people there. They have an opportunity to do all of this stuff. And it's hard just to get post-game media sessions streamed or posted or it's tough. I mean, you look at the way the Jazz do business, and you have to ask yourself, how are they not the Lakers? How are they not Golden State? Well, we're in a small market. Doesn't matter. The market size is not the issue, right? You look at their website, and I look at the Utah Jazz, and I just don't see that they are fully leveraging their operation to be spectacular.
Yeah.
Like you look at their, like you have to go look for their video highlights on their website. It's not the first thing. The first thing that I should see on their website is a video highlight package. But when I go to their website, obviously it's the NBA.com website, but it's not the first thing. It's not the first thing that you see is not video highlights. The first thing that you see, obviously, is scoreboard and schedule and, hey, buy tickets. The first thing I need to see is a video package. The first thing I need to see.
The concept to me that's never really stuck with the organization is people aren't going to buy more tickets if you just beat them over the head with buy tickets.
No, they're not.
That's not how it works. You need to generate interest in the club, and the way you do that, well, it's like the Wrexham show. Think about that. Like how many people want to go and watch the Wrexham Football Club just because of the show?
Tons.
Well, I'm sure tons. Yeah, like a lot.
By the way, what has that show done? Do you guys know what Wrexham FC is? Wrexham, if you just search it, Ryan Reynolds owns Wrexham. Like, okay, great. They do a documentary series on Wrexham, the football club, day in, day out, everything. Everything is filmed, day in, day out, every single day. That's what they do. And it's not only been a massive, smashing success, huge viewership, it's made them a ton of money. So they've been able to upgrade their stadium, buy more talent. They're trying to get promoted to the next league up in English soccer. They're 1 point away from doing that right now. Now, we won't know that until May, but right now they're second in the table. Like, it's making them more money. What the Jazz don't understand is you have to spend money to make money. Now, Ryan Smith has done that. The upgrades to the arena, they're unquestioned. It's a Vivint Arena is beautiful. It's a great place to watch a basketball game. It's phenomenal. But this video, TV thing is a problem. Because if you're a Utah Jazz fan, what are you hanging on to? And as we talk Utah Jazz on the Monty Show, presented by Quick Quack Car Washes, they bring you the biggest stories in sports every day. I think this is one of the biggest stories in sports. And as we tell you every day, Quick Quack Car Wash is the best car wash in Utah. Again, if you get online, if you follow them on social, they give you free car washes. Find them on Instagram, get a free car wash, tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Comment on their Instagram, say, hey, the Monty Show told me to come get a free car wash. Boom, done. Free car wash, Quick Quack Car Wash. It's snowing out here now, right? I guarantee you my Audi is going through Quick Quack Car Wash the minute it stops snowing, because I'm not going to let that salt, grime, dirt, dust, all that nonsense sit on my car. Nope. Quick Quack Car Wash at the district, that's my place. And I get free vacuums, and I get free towels. It's all good at Quick Quack Car wash. I think one of the biggest stories in sports right now is the lack of sports content in this town. Right now, today, and this is going to sound braggadocious, and a little bit it is. There's a little bit of it. We are the biggest sports talk show in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
By number, it's not close. How is that possible? Ask yourself that question. We're not the church, so we're not KSL, we're not The Zone, we're not ESPN 700.
With all due respect.
How do we, on a monthly basis, have over 200,000 listeners a month? How are we making more money streaming than any of our radio competitors? Because they don't embrace it. They don't want to do video. They don't want to stream their shows. They want to, just put them online. That's not what people want.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't want commercial breaks everywhere, and they don't want crappy radio signals. Why have the Jazz not invested in this? I don't understand it. BYU is really the only person in town, the only entity in town that invests in this lock stock.
Utah makes a video here and there.
Utah does a little bit.
Not that same level or commitment.
What I need out of the Utes is I need the Rose Bowl experience. I need that package. It's fun to watch their Utah man videos in the locker room after wins.
Yeah.
I need more than that. And I get it from BYU. Why does BYU grow its fan base? Because you get connected with their guys.
Yeah. Yep.
You get connected with their guys. How many people have said, I hate BYU, but man, that Harris LaChance interview you guys do every week is must watch. Do you know how often we hear that? I hate BYU, but I love your Harris LaChance interview.
Nobody gives a damn that he goes to BYU.
Because it's fun and you can see his face. It's fun. You can see his face. That's a big deal, right? So I don't understand why the Utes don't do it. I don't understand why RSL, what are you doing?
No excuse.
What are you doing?
No excuse.
What are you doing? I don't get it. I don't understand what Utah, what the Jazz, I just don't get it. You're a professional sports organization making tens of millions of dollars because that's what Utah is. That's what BYU is. That's what RSL certainly is. The Jazz certainly is, and they just won't do it. And I don't understand it. And it's because, again, and this is just my opinion, I believe in Salt Lake City there is a small market mentality.
Yes.
On our show, we talk about it every single day. We operate like we are in the biggest city in the world. And we make it feel like that. We make it feel like, hey, on a day like today, what is there really to talk about today? Was it really? There's not a huge story in this town, but I'm telling you, the Utah Jazz is a huge story. Do you know why I'm telling you that? Because I need you to talk Utah Jazz. And when I tell you the Jazz is a big story, we get 200,000 people a month who agree with us that Jazz are a big story because we said it is. And when we say, hey, the UC Board of Regents meeting on Wednesday is the biggest story on Wednesday, it is going to be the biggest story on Wednesday because we said so. Listeners and sports consumers want to be part of something special. But none of our teams, none of our media outlets want to do anything to make fans feel special. And I just don't understand it.
What did Ruff's official say about Locked On Jazz?
I have no idea. Let's see. Ruff's official says Locked On Jazz has about the same number of subscribers. I have no idea what their subscriber count is. Subscribers has nothing to do with how big your show is.
Yeah.
It's cool. What do we have? 8,400 subs? And again, I think this is part of the unknown. We have 8,402 subscribers on our show. It means nothing.
And we've done that inside of a year.
Yeah, it means nothing. If 8,400 people subscribe to your channel and none of them watch your product, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? I don't even know, and I can look for you. I have no idea how many subs Locked On Jazz. That's David Locke's show, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Locked On Jazz. Locked On Jazz, if I just search, the channel doesn't even come up first. Locked On Jazz has 2,000 less subscribers than we do. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What do you
Locked
mean?
On Jazz has 6,300 subs, Ruffs. But you're on brand, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
Quint Randall says, I don't disagree with your streaming strategy. Thank you. I think they should stream. The Utah Jazz should stream their product.
Yeah.
Everything they do. You have the money to have a camera guy follow this team around. Why are you not doing that? Is it baffling to you as a Jazz fan that they don't create unique one-off proprietary, their own content?
How's there not a seat on the plane for a vlogger?
I don't understand that.
Like a guy that just follows them around.
I don't get that at all. Keaton Critchlow says the Jazz definitely need more all-access material, right? I absolutely. MY Monty fan says a few years back the Jazz did something and had behind the scenes on a huge road trip. It was awesome. Then it just went away like it never happened.
And again, the Jazz will tell you, hey, we do all access. Like we did in all access when Kelly got his number hung or whatever at Gonzaga. But to me, it's like Gonzaga, sorry. Like it's not. That's not enough, man. Like you're missing the premise.
Yeah.
Like it's cool that he got his number retired at Gonzaga. Great, neat, awesome. Nobody gives a damn. With all due respect, that's not what people want. I want Will Hardy in the damn locker room talking to Nikhil or Jordan or Mike or
I want
whoever.
Will Hardy mic'd up when he's talking to Colin Sexton.
Yeah, when they're having this pissing match on the bench last
I want to
week,
hear it.
We need to see it.
I want to hear it. I want to know what they said. That's part and parcel of being a good basketball team.
Yeah. It's conceptual. You have to understand storylines.
Yeah. Shorts all year. God, that's so... See, that to me is brilliance. Name Shorts all year.
Like physically wearing shorts all
yes.
year. Yeah.
Yes. Well, what do you mean? YouTube Shorts all year? Is that what we want? We do. We're doing YouTube Shorts, by the way.
Yes.
So I encourage you to watch our YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, by the way, I appreciate what you said there.
He said, just followed Quick Quack and said you sent me. Appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Quint said, you're dead on regarding the additional streaming content. For no matter who your favorite team is, I can tell you, I just told this story the other day. Last Thursday night, I think it was, I was laying in bed. You know what I was watching? Behind the scenes Chicago Cubs in my memories of the 2016 weight room meeting that won them the World Series in Cleveland.
Right there. You've never seen the episode, right?
No, I have.
But no. I mean, so for someone who's never seen the episode.
Yeah.
Like, think about the boxes that checks. 2016, World Series, Chicago Cubs, weight room speech. Is there anything about that you would not want to consume? Hey, 2022, locker room speech, play-in tournament to win or something. Utah Jazz. Is there anything about that as a Utah Jazz fan you would not want to be a part of?
Is there anything that you don't want to be a part of if I said to you, hey, Danny Ainge is calling Donovan Mitchell to tell him that he's been traded? Oh, by the way, did I mention we have it on tape and it's going to be part of the next Inside the Jazz episode? That's going to premiere Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you going to watch Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? You're damn right you're going to watch.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge telling Donovan Mitchell he just traded him to Cleveland? That's what I'm talking about. Ryan Smith. Hey, by the way, on the next episode, Ryan Smith is going to let Quinn Snyder go. And you're going to see it in real time as it happened on Inside the Utah Jazz. You're not watching that the minute that it's available. Hell yes, you are. Greg Hawkins says, trust me, the sub count does not equal engagement or visibility at all. At all. The way that YouTube works, and to take you behind the scenes, the way you make money on YouTube is people watching your stuff. And specifically the way you make money is, hey, Jimmy in Centerville searched Utah Jazz on YouTube, got a result, saw your video, clicked on it, and watched it for 5 or more minutes. That's really where the money making happens. And if you have 3 million subs and nobody watches your stuff, it's worthless. It's worthless. And inevitably, what happens is you grow when you form relationships. Like, we're all friends. Like, every morning, all of you and the two of us sit here and we just debate food topics usually.
Right.
But we just talk about sports. We talk about life. We're all just hanging out. That's why our show, I think, works.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you tell us anyway, is that, hey, our show's really easy to listen to. Hey, you guys are... That's what this show's about. We're just sitting in your basement talking sports, or in your car, or in your truck, or that's what this show's about, man.
Yeah.
And without you guys, we wouldn't have it. So, Greg, you're exactly right. Jizzy loves the Monty Show. Well, I appreciate that. Neville says, yeah, but Locked On Jazz is really boring. They don't even explain what's going on. They just lie to the fans so nobody gets mad. You guys actually say the real stuff. I haven't watched Locked On Jazz in a while.
I don't think it's fair to compare that content to our content.
No,
with all
and
due
David
respect.
works for the team. Like, he's got to be really
not-
careful.
He's not
like,
in the position that we're in.
Yeah, David's
With
in
all due respect.
in a very difficult thing. Greg says, it's baffling to me as Jazz fans that I can't even watch the game on my TV provider. Baffling.
Yeah.
Baffling. It was funny. Gail Miller was at the game the other night, and I almost walked up to her and said, why'd you make that TV deal? What you did what now? Because it's amazing. Brother, good morning to you, sir. He says, if Utah had a bunch of basketball, including soccer, what about baseball, including NHL? They need more atmosphere and play better performance. Well, you need a better performance. There's no doubt about that. Ron Nuren says it's because Monty is a big dude with a fatal punch. Could be. Exactly. That's why I don't punch people in the face. That's a conversation we had last week. Keaton said the Jazz will put out a couple of 2-3 minute videos a week, but we need a deep dive into the team. You need inside the Lakers. Like, the Lakers are maybe the best example of this.
Yes.
They're not good.
Yeah.
And they tell us they're not good. They show us guys hurt. They take us inside. Like, you have to do that. You have to do it. Kurt says, opinions matter on your show. As a poster, I can be roasted one day and accepted the next. Yeah. I think the community, I honestly think that you guys all comment and talk and debate and go back and forth is what makes this show great. I don't know that we're any talented or any more entertaining than anybody else. You guys make the show. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
Jeremy Severe says, which team does the best content?
I mean, that's subjective for sure.
I mean, Yes Network does a whole lot of good stuff. Like, do you mean locally? BYU, it's not close. BYU, by far, it's not close. The Yankees and Yes Network, the Nets and Yes Network.
The Flyers.
The Flyers do really good YouTube stuff.
Michigan State, hockey, football.
Yeah, man.
The Maple Leafs.
The Lakers do really good stuff, man. Like, the Lakers. The problem is, I think NBA guys are so, like, the Warriors do pretty good stuff. Like, I mean, the problem is there's not a lot of it. There's not, and it's coming. More and more people are getting on board. YouTube's exploding. I think you guys know that. Let us hear it, see it, and we'll pay for it. Exactly right.
Yeah, and I just think that the other piece to this that I think, gets ignored a lot is age of consumer. I mean, you have to understand that, you went from having, again, with all due respect to the Millers, just a really old leadership and ownership circle to now a young one, right? An energetic one that it's kind of this
young
go-getter.
tech billionaire.
And I think the tough thing for Ryan, and I really empathize with this position that he's in, is like, hey, it takes time, right? Like, we told you on the show, I don't know, must have been, month or two ago now. You can go back and find it. But we talked about the TV deal in depth, in detail about their current situation and what Ryan would like it to be. And we kind of went into that. And so I empathize with Ryan Smith. I understand it's probably incredibly frustrating that prior ownership signed this deal that you're stuck in right now. And I'm cool with that. But I swear to God, if next season, right? Because we were told, hey, this is the final year of this current TV deal.
Streaming options.
Right.
Streaming options.
We're going to roll out a whole thing. So I swear to God, if next year there's not a whole rollout of streaming, new TV channel, inside all access, inside the Utah Jazz, whatever you want to call that, like all of that stuff, then I will be really disappointed. But right now, I just don't think Ryan has a lot of choice with that. Now, the YouTube stuff, there's no excuse for that, in my opinion. There's no excuse. You have $100,000 a year that you could allocate to a kid. Like,
if you are a professional sports organization on any level and you are not creating native content on YouTube, you're screwing it up.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is,
and
man.
I want to be really clear. Like that doesn't come from a place on this show where we're even hating on the organization. I just think it's the reality of the business. It just is what it is. Like,
you have to do it. You have to do it.
Just the same way that we started doing this short stuff. And again, I'm happy to say it. I know for a fact we're not the best, the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But it is a humbling experience to know what we've been able to accomplish through the YouTube platform. And the reason we started doing shorts is because it was like, okay, well, if we're going to be YouTubers, if we're going to be the guys who are on YouTube, then we need to be doing everything that YouTube has to offer. So that's literally why we started doing the short stuff. Yep. And I feel like the Jazz need to take that same approach. If we're any kind of professional sports organization, you know what? I feel like the English Premier League clubs do this really well. And I know we're not a soccer channel, but when we're talking about content, the English Premier League clubs do a great job of kind of bringing you behind the scenes and like showing you and like all that stuff.
Yeah, I think the English Premier League does and they have rabid fans.
Yeah.
Rabid fans.
Who are hungry for it.
Yeah, you have to do it. I think the NFL does a really good job of it too. Mm-hmm. I think there are certain NFL teams who do a better job.
But I feel like in the NFL, there's a benchmark that's been set sort of like it's just a given that you have a camera guy there during the locker room celebration.
Well, and it's because of NFL films.
Well, it's like the Baker Mayfield thing, right? Handing out footballs. Like there's always going to be coverage of that.
Because it's NFL films is absolutely the dominant beast. Yeah. As is Barbecue Pit Stop, bbqpitstop.com. The gift-giving destination for every dude in your life is bbqpitstop.com. And you already know that things like Traeger grills, Big Green Eggs, Yoder's, Camp Chef, pizza ovens, you name it, they've got it. All the best equipment. But a lot of times, your guy will have a Traeger smoker already. But does he have the mat for the ground in front of the Traeger? Does he have the beautiful weatherproof cover for the Traeger to protect his smoker? Those are the things that gift giving is all about. Those seasoning sets that you can get that have rubs, spices, all kinds of great combinations. Box sets that you can give as a stocking stuffer, done. You can get that bottle of Asado seasoning. Put it in the stocking for your dad, your brother, your husband, your friend. Hook it up at bbqpitstop.com. They'll even ship to you at bbqpitstop.com. But I would always tell you, go to one of their 5 Utah locations from Logan, Layton, St. George, Lehigh, and of course our good friends in Murray, Salt Lake. I'm telling you, no matter where you are, and I should be corrected again, it is St. Jeezy, as we were told earlier in the show.
And you got to put a little spin on it, St. Jeezy.
Yeah, apparently they've officially changed the name of St. George to St. Jeezy. So down in St. Jeezy, you can get Barbecue Pit Stop as well. I love it. But you're buying the humans at Barbecue Pit Stop. They're just all good dudes to do business with. So make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. K. Nuren says, I need to find the Jazz on my phone, but can't. You are right. If you're not being found on people's phones, you're not doing it right.
Let me ask this question. I think this is fascinating. How many of you are not even home most times when the Jazz would be playing a game? Think about that. Like, for a variety of reasons. I'm not even saying you're the guy that works night shifts or anything like that. Maybe you've got 3 kids and you got to take them to figure skating practice. Maybe, like, we all have a life and we all have things that we're doing. So how many of you do not even have the opportunity to be on the couch in front of the tube to watch the game?
And furthermore, how many of you would want a notification on your phone that says, hey, Jazz just tipped off against the Pelicans. Click this link to watch the game right now. Like, you can, that's what the Jazz don't have.
How many of you have notifications on our channel turned on so that when we do go live, it pings your phone? Because I know for a fact, and I'm not even doing this as a bit to try to get you to do it. I'm being really serious here. I know for a fact on my subscriptions for YouTube, right, that are free, right, the channels I subscribe to, when I want that content in the moment, I have notifications turned on. And all I got to do is click that push notification, goes right to the channel. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much untapped potential here.
Yep. And by the way, please make sure you give us a like right now. Click the like button. Hit that thumbs up. That really helps the channel grow. I got about 20 minutes left in the show here, and we've got 64 likes right now. Come on, 36 likes is all I'm asking for. Let's get to 100 by the end of the show. That'd be great. Let's get some of your thoughts more on this. Kanai Johnson says Zion is built like a green egg smoker, but with hops. That ain't wrong, KJ. That is not wrong.
That's well done.
Jizzy said, I thought they changed St. George to St. Jizzy.
They did.
But
just
now
discussed that.
they've changed it to St. Jeezy.
Oh, St. Jeezy. My bad.
St. Jeezy. I am home more about half the year, and I love notifications. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Monty Show got better content between news, including bunch more. I respect these guys, but the questions are, do they do play-by-play? I'll be fine to listen to the news. I just respect you a bunch. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that.
And that's the other thing. Again, see, we have these different sections of YouTube where it's like, hey, play-by-play content needs to be handled in a different manner in some respects than live spoken word talk show content. That's two different realms of live streamed content, but one in the same in the sense that you know what you're getting out of Bowler.
Yep.
Right.
I agree.
But you also know what you're getting out of us. So you know what you're getting. And I think that the Jazz there's just so much more they could do. Yeah. And I want them to.
Darren Jones says, have followed you guys since I subbed on my JJ Gaming 2009 account when my Phoenix team made the finals. You guys are the most enjoyable and knowledgeable cast I've watched. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Gage said, that's how I came across your show. Typed Utah Jazz in on the search bar of YouTube.
See what I mean?
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
So
thank you.
Like Gage is a good example of a Jazz fan that was hunting for Utah Jazz content because what did he not know? Where to get Jazz content.
Yeah.
So he just did a search like all of us. I do that all the time. And what do you know?
Yep. Alex says, Locked on Jazz YouTube videos have more views than videos on your channel. That's cool.
Yeah, and I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah. Maury Alvarez says, right now, BYU does great at behind the scenes. I look forward to see what they will be doing next year after the move. It won't be the same, but it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be fascinating.
I think moving to a conference is a gold mine of content.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that 100%.
Like,
going to the Big 12 is huge.
Many things.
Yeah, huge. Tyler P., I like that I can interact with you guys. Any other Utah sports person won't even have conversations other than Tony Jones. And what is Tony? The best Jazz guy.
Well, and I think Tony does a great job on Twitter of talking to people. Yeah. That's what his strength is.
I agree. Kanai says, I can't watch Locked on Jazz for more than 5 minutes. The Monty Show is the only show I can watch or listen to. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Brother says, facts, NY Monty fan. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I think he said something about watching and paying and all that stuff. Let's see. Ruff's Official says, I like listening to your show, but you guys get too butthurt because people have different opinions than yours. No, you just say ridiculous things that most people find repulsive.
Yeah, which is fine. It's your brand. We know what you're getting from you.
We know who you are. That's fine. Let's see. LaPointe versus La Frontiera. Who you got? Smothered burrito debate. Let's go, Ron says. Ooh.
That's tough, dude.
La Frontiera is very difficult to beat.
Yeah.
And if we're doing smothered burritos.
Well, I mean, obviously Taco Surf in L.A. is where it's at.
But I don't know. Who does the best? Cafe Rio?
Yeah, that's kind of Cafe Rio's bread and butter, doing smothered burritos. But they don't shimmy it. You know what I mean? So they don't. They don't shimmy it.
They don't, I agree. Keaton Critchlow. The EPL clubs do a great job. Liverpool does an all inside access for a lot of their big games, and they are a huge success and a blast to watch. They really are. I love Chelsea. I'm a huge Chelsea fan. Kanai says, what about Chubby's smothered burritos? I didn't even know Chubby's has a smothered burrito.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Eric C. says, rough popcorn. Sometimes I feel like if Monty's opinion or everyone in the chat's opinion is different than yours, they're wrong and stupid. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror. That's the thing I don't like. You can't call people stupid and you're an idiot. And everybody has an opinion. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. And those opinions are valid because that's what they believe. So they're not stupid just because you don't agree with them.
But there's a line.
There is very much a line. San Diego State says, when the Board of Regents makes its decision, San Diego State likely leaves the Mountain West. I'll be here to get your opinion and insight. College realignment is how I discovered you. Many other reasons I've stayed. Oh,
appreciate that, bro.
San Diego State, I think, is going to leave the Mountain West. But we'll see how the Mountain West reacts.
But I think you're spot on with that. Hey, the decision's going to impact many, many schools. Again, which is why Utah fans should be here.
Yeah. totally agree. Let's see. I already read that one. Eric C. says different opinions are great, Ruffs. They are. They're huge. I think it's just...
Well, it's just the essence of sports talk. Like, again, there are things that we disagree on, but there are also things we agree on. So to me, it's like and that's really, and this is a greater conversation, different day, different show, whatever. That's one of the biggest things we face, though, in our country. I really do feel like even if you're talking about seasonings at the store or at Barbecue Pit Stop, and it's like, oh, well, that seasoning's better, and if you don't like that, you're stupid. Yep. Like, that's the biggest thing we face right now, I feel like.
Yep, totally agree. By the way, how many people know that there's a Hard Knocks in season?
Great question.
How many people know that? It's on HBO, and you can get it, and it's the Arizona Cardinals, by the way. Kanai says, I do get notifications for the Monty Show. Appreciate that. San Diego State says, yep, Naughties are on for you guys and for the Suns. I appreciate that, man. Gregory Hale says, streaming the Jazz would be great. Same reason I'd love streaming for Utah football. Would be phenomenal.
Dude. Yeah.
Jeremy says, I've stayed because of the Caruso hate. The loud Subaru through national parks, test messaging breakups. Oh, yeah, and actual good sports talk. Thank you. That's amazing. All right, I appreciate everybody commenting. Eminem says, local radio in Salt Lake is below average. Thank God for the show. Thank you. Appreciate that. Blake Phillips, Monty is such a talk-down-his-nose-minded person. Yeah, I totally am. I'm such a dick. It's amazing.
Why are you such a douche?
You know,
like, how do you do it? Like,
I'm a donkey.
Yeah.
Giggity said, do smothered burritos have chicken, Jake? Does any burrito have chicken?
What kind of question is that?
Is there anything other than a chicken burrito in Jake's life?
Is that? I'm going to Chick-fil-A or Super Chicks or whatever and getting a chicken burrito. You know that.
Yeah. Kay says, he is right. That's how I found your show. Love it. Great show. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maury says, La Frontiera, I always have them smother their French fries are amazing. I love French fries.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I love French fries. Gregory Hale says, I love this show, though I think you favor BYU at times. It makes Utah football content that much better when it's discussed. Well,
that's fair. It's fine.
Now,
it's cool.
Greg Romano, I love this show, though. I think you favor Utah at times. It makes your BYU. See what he did there? See what he did there? All right.